Hey, here I am. I'm live. As you can see, my little post or whatever, I'm hoping I can start a little bit of a conversation. Uh, you know, find out without searching, to see if anybody remembers that live. I don't know if it's thumb. Yeah, I think it's a thumbnail. And we'll see if anybody comes in wearing my hat. Um, Not real sure if this is just going to be a funny one tonight or just a reflection, lighthearted stuff, uh, not too serious. We can get into all kinds of good things here. I know everything's just starting, so I'm not expecting anyone to be drawn straight to the channel, like some of the other channels that I try to pop into a lot. I might not show my face and all those things. However, usually I'm, for the most part, a regular on a few channels, and at least in the chat. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll just go ahead and start here then, real quick. That way, if I do want to share this out, and if no one does get a chance to check me out live because of timing or whatever, then then at least I can share it out. Well, you can see my thumbnail here. I believe that's a pretty old live, a picture of a someone that used to go live. I don't know how often they go live anymore. This person most likely either was or was not at a whole bunch of subscribers at the time. I don't remember. I was gonna try to find out from anyone that comes in if they remember it. Uh, it was pretty early on, and yeah, I'm trying to recall uh, because they did quite a few things. They did some giveaways and things when they hit a certain amount, like 10,000 subscribers or something. I don't know if it was 2,000, 1,000. I don't know what it was, but they were ticking up. Like seemed like every week they were growing pretty quick, so they're getting a lot of traction. Uh, Good marketing, good production value. You know, uh, really nice video presence or online presence. And so, just to go ahead and let you know, this is where uh, that picture was taken, and I went ahead and picked up a hat while I was there, or the second time I went. And actually, that's the other thing. First time I was there, I took that picture, and and then I ended up going back later, week or two later, made sure that I stopped in again because this time I wanted to get another picture, maybe put myself in the picture or something. I was just thinking, what I could do to show myself, uh, in there, and I don't know what you call it, but it was gone. So this is notification that if anyone didn't know, um, that's actually gone now. Um, After I took the picture, so it was like a week or 2 weeks after I took that picture. So that's actually gone now. Um, I didn't take it down, but somebody did. But I bought their hat because it was taken down. I was like, hey, I can do it this way then. I can pick me up their hat. Uh, that way, nobody's getting shortchanged in the deal. I mean, it's like I don't have any real followers or fans or much of anything at the moment. So it's not like I can make money off anything. I don't know. It's a tough thing when people are becoming, or uh, let's just say, cancel culture. Let's just throw something like that. I don't know if that's wrong to say. I hope not. I hope it's not a bad word. Um, but that's it's something that's going on out here in the social media world, and just a reality of a reality of today's world. I'm just thinking, because I don't want to overstate anything, because on one side of that, it's funny, or apparently it's funny, but then on the other side, I didn't grow up from birth having all these people and influencers bombarding uh, me at every turn, or marketing, advertising, all that good stuff. So, you know, there are a lot of statistics that they've developed out of these things, and that's generally how they work. And I was exposed to some marketing database that, if you subscribe to it, or if you pay for their services, you can find out all kinds of information. Um, and that existed before some of the things that are happening now. So it has just gotten better and better and better and better. And it's interesting. So anyway, I just, not trying to create liability. It's like, well, I have freedom of speech, right? Until it's on somebody else's platform where they can control that speech or whatever. So I'm just trying not to get into anything crazy. I don't need anybody worked up over me just sitting here, talking to the blinking computer screen, sitting in West Virginia now, um, doing my 34-hour reset. And it's Saturday. Yep. Let's see here. Yep, Saturday. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it up there just to kind of see if I could get anyone to click into the live. Um, I'm not on StreamYard or any of that stuff, and hopefully I'm even allowed to say that if I'm not paying for it yet or whatever. So I was just going to find out if anybody remembers that because I'd like to, just talk and share without, Googling it or researching it. Um, it's like it's a talking point versus a need for me to find out. There's not much of anything. And then just trying to remember if it was 2 years ago or if it's much more recent than that. Because it seems like I started finding additional channels. Yeah, for the most part, I didn't do any of this stuff. Heard about it, knew about it, you know, heard all the hype about it, you know, all the way from the beginning, maybe even, well, actually, I probably heard about it. This tells you something. I probably heard about this stuff before it may have even come out. And it was new because just like the internet, uh, people didn't really have internet. And then all of a sudden it just kind of, I don't want to say poofed onto, college campuses or whatever, but it used to be the dial-up modem, and then you'd do like a bulletin board system, and essentially just chat. Type in some words back and forth and communicate that way. So there wasn't any video or there were no graphics, basically, because of the resources. And then as soon as the computers had enough of the resources available, memory or processing speed. I don't remember what the limitations were at the time, uh, but it was always about RAM or it was always about megahertz. It was always the processing speed. So it was one or the other, both, and only the big supercomputers or whatever had the ability to maybe play around with those things. So it was pretty early. And well, anyway, so this was the same thing. I probably heard about it based on what I was doing at the time. Um, Physical media uh, was where it was at. You couldn't stream this stuff, and video was just too large. Even with a landline internet connection, all those upgrades. It went from telephone modem to, what was that? That one that was was much better, and it's where you plug the. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to review that. It was an additional uh, kind of a noise reducer or something that you plugged into the wall, and it gave you some additional speeds and capability through the copper lines that you had. I forget that one at the moment, but that was the big jump, right? So as soon as it did that, then web pages had enough graphics to be able to actually start doing these things, and so people were really interested in everything as far as video goes because they'd already started doing the sharing of the music files. So that was first, you know. Anyway, so it's because it's less megabytes or bits per second. Things are those things like that were happening. So that explains this this technology. Maybe from the marketing, maybe people that are into that will say, "Oh well, here's your demographic. Maybe you fall from this age to this age in this window, and that's why you're important to this technology." And then just like the other technologies, that it's like everybody wants to jump on everything. Well, I have other things I have to do um, with my time, given my circumstance and constraints. However you'd like to, however you'd like to to look at that. So yeah, we're just sitting here doing my 34 hour. Thought I'd post that. Find out if I get in trouble for posting a picture because what's strange. See, there are all kinds of copyright laws and stuff that I was exposed to that they were trying to figure out. So I guess generally speaking, um, it's like when you type something on the screen electronically. This is a big deal because people call plagiarizing and everything else. So I don't know how many words in a row, but you know how they sample music? What is it, like 3 bars of music or something? That you can sample up to that and not violate copyright, something along those lines. So you could just do it over and over and over again with, all the most popular songs and everything else and try to add it all together and then make money off of it, right? Because that's generally what they're doing any and every time, monetize everything. So with the written word, you own the copyright when you write it down. That's my understanding of that. But like if I type something on this platform, they may not allow me to say that I'm the individual that typed it. And that's probably one of the things that happens or happened at when people were investing and trying to make new laws about intellectual property. So, uh, anyway, my basic understanding is I type it, it's mine, it's automatically copyrighted. Uh, if I say it, it's mine, generally speaking, again. And then if I take a picture, then the picture is mine. So it's like I own the camera, therefore I take a picture, therefore the picture's mine. Well, there are going to be a lot of people that, or institutions, or lawyers, or anyone else out there that like to challenge those laws, etc. So not trying to I'm not trying to uh, create an issue. I'm just sharing some of the things that I've had to listen to and deal with and put up with along the along the along with everyone else, regardless of whether or not anyone else valued any of the stuff that I have to say or type or whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm not getting. That's why I'm not getting into this a whole lot, because I don't need a bunch of time consuming challenges, you know, over something I said, or you know, I smiled the wrong way, or just a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, there you go. Here's my live. No one had a chance. Doesn't look like anyone had a chance to click on or type in. So don't really have a viewership. I just kind of thought maybe this would be good to throw out there, kind of to participate in the community along with a few other people that I've been uh, listening to. Occasionally, will watch or participate. Nothing else. It's a vlog about what's going on and with me personally. I have no real intent to try to make a real go of this because I don't have a real idea other than maybe some comedy, just some impressions or just goofball stuff. That's usually when I'm just being stupid. This here's the highly educated dumb trucker. So this here is just what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying. So yeah, that's I don't know if you call that a character. I don't know if you call it satire. I don't know if you call it comedy. I don't know if you call it a tragedy. Um, just a little bit of dumb stuff like that. Good fun, not hurting anyone, not directed to hurt anyone. Um, so yeah. Uh, all right. Well, just playful stuff. Have a good evening. Almost at 25 minutes now. So I'll throw this on somebody's, since I have a wrench, on a couple channels. I'll throw it in there and try to see if I can get a little traction there. But yeah, I'm hoping to just work on something, share stuff. Uh, that's what the channel's about. Maybe I'll have something here on this channel that I can move over to help teach someone or whatever, to show them something that they haven't been exposed to. I don't know. You know, it's tough for me. Tough for me because I don't know. I'm just trying to help, I guess. Share a few points. Listen to, oh, here you go. Listen to people. They might be brokers uh, talking about if you're a trucker and you own your own authority and everything else, and if you don't like it that the broker, let's say, wants to give you 25 cents a mile and you accept 25 cents a mile, you should go out of business. Uh, if the same holds true. So uh, if there's no demand and if the brokers require volume to stay profitable, and so they take a higher percentage of the load, then they can go out of business because they don't have the volume to support it. So, have a trillion brokers and a million trucks, there's going to be a saturation level. And eventually, something just like the inflation and just like everything that's happening nowadays, November 12th, 2022, something's going to break, something's going to give. And, you know, some people don't like to hear that, but all these arguments are fairly similar. So it's just good to hear everyone's perspective. Have a good night.